Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. It's Paulie, Esther here, and it's time to answer that age-old burning question, PTB when? We've been waiting all week, refreshing our Steams to see if the PTB was going to launch today, and it never did. Here we are on Friday, still hasn't come out, but we finally got the answer as to when we're going to see the next public test build so we can test out the Stranger Things content. They put out a statement here on the forums, and let's go ahead and read it together. So let's see, PTB when, PTB then. Here's the forum post. 3.2.0 player test build. Dedicated servers in Chapter 13. It's almost time for the 3.2.0 player test build. This time the PTB will be split into two phases. The first phase will be focused on dedicated servers. We know there's a lot of excitement for the new chapter, but don't worry, all the new content will be available the next day as long as everything goes to plan. Fingers crossed. How to access the PTB, and then there's a link on how you'll be able to access once it goes live. I will provide that information to you when the day comes as well, if you're watching on stream and stuff. Tuesday, September the 3rd, the day after Labor Day. The PTB will be enabled on Tuesday. Only the design changes and dedicated servers will be available for testing at this time. This will allow us to gather the feedback we need for dedicated servers before the new content goes live. Dedicated servers. We know that expectations are high, but we would like to reiterate that the rollout of dedicated servers is only the beginning. While there are many benefits to making the switch, it will take some time to implement new features and take full advantage of the servers. The initial launch is the first step of many, focusing on infrastructure. We will share more details on our future plans for dedicated servers in the coming weeks. We will publish the final list of server locations in the coming weeks. If none of these locations are near you, you will still be able to play the game and have the same experience as before. And then they talk about the party management system. The new friends list and party management will also be available at this time. More details on these changes can be found in the most recent developer update. So what they're going to do is, instead of having to sign people up on Steam Friends or whatever your console friends lists are, there's going to be an integrated friends list into the game. So then you'll be able to add your friends into Survive with Friends groups. And then if you get dodged, you can just re-up right away. You don't have to gather everybody again and start over. So that's going to make things more smooth. And then of course we have these blood web changes. Blood web changes will be included in the public test build starting Tuesday, September 3rd. More perks will appear in the blood web from level 40 and beyond. And for more details, see the designer notes. So this was the change to help ease the grind with 71 survivor perks, whatever it is. How many killer perks there are, I don't know off the top of my head. But since it's such a grind to gather all 71 perks starting at level 40 and beyond for your character, you're going to be able to buy 2 perks per blood web to make that go faster. So that's a welcome change. And then what everybody wants to know about is this Wednesday, September 4th part of the test, where, oh, I have to move this. Chapter 13, Stranger Things. The Stranger Things content will be enabled on the player test build. This includes the new underground complex map, the Demogorgon, Steve and Nancy, and all the new perks. Dedicated servers and the other design changes will also remain active until the end of the public test build. We are thrilled to see the worlds of Stranger Things and Dead by Daylight collide, and can't wait to hear what you think. If you're out of the loop, you can catch up with our most recent stream, and there's the YouTube link for that, which is probably the chapter reveal that Matthew and Philip and the third fella's name escapes me. Yannick? I apologize if I got that wrong. Chapter 13, along with the other improvements in the 3.2.0 update, mark a big step forward in Dead by Daylight. We're delighted to bring some much requested features to the game, and we're excited for what the future holds. All right, so there you go. Tuesday, September the 3rd, we're going to test dedicated servers, blood web changes, and the new party system. Wednesday, the actual new content is going to come out. So if you're only waiting for that new content, Wednesday is your day. And I know there's a lot of people out there who are upset with this perceived delay and lack of information about when it was coming out. Hey, they never promised us any dates. Any dates I said, that was on me, that just guesswork. But you have to realize that this is arguably the most important launch for this game in its history. There's so many eyes on them with this that they got to get it right. If they took some extra days to fine-tune some stuff before this public test build comes out, so be it. It's a really important launch. There's a lot of new fresh eyes on this game, and if they roll it out and they see some streamers complaining about it, then they maybe wouldn't pick it up. So if they took some extra time to fine-tune it and make sure that it's where they want it so that they don't lose those new customers, I think that's the best decision possible, right? There's going to be a lot of new people coming to this game. As I said before, welcome them, right? We want to keep them. Let's just try and eliminate this toxicity in the chat. It's so unnecessary. Like, let's welcome the new players, help them out when we can. And on that note, by the way, they have put out a contest for people to make guides for new players. Here, let me see if I can bring that up for you. The Beginner's Guide Contest. With the excitement surrounding the upcoming Stranger Things chapter, we are expecting some new faces to be joining us. With how many dedicated players this community has, we figured what better way to introduce them to the game than to hold a contest where you guys can create your own guides. And then here's the overview. Create a guide for a new player to help them learn the game. Your guide can be general or focus on a specific role. It can be in the form of a video, a forum post, website, or anything that you feel works best. And the rules are that your guide must be created after the contest began. You may not use another person's content in your guide, for example, someone else's screenshots or videos, etc. And you may be asked to prove that your entry is your own creation. The judging and criteria: all entries will be reviewed by our community team by September the 10th. The winners will be announced on September the 12th. We will be basing our decisions on the following categories: the amount of information, not too little but not so much that it's overwhelming; the clarity and how easy it is to understand; and the presentation, how well the information is organized. Bonus points for visuals. Prizes are going to include: first prize gets 12,500 Auric cells, second prize 6k Auric cells, third prize 2.25k Auric cells. How to enter: all you need to do is post your guide in this sub forum. There's the URL there. If your guides is in the form of a video or some other format, you can post the link in your forum post. Once the contest is over, all guides will be moved to the gameplay guides sub forum automatically. Note, if your post doesn't appear right away, don't panic. It might just be caught in the spam filter. It will be approved by a mod shortly and reappear. We look forward to seeing what you can come up with. Good luck. And then they added a little addendum here. Some tips when creating your guide: try to keep it concise. The less text you need, the better. Images and videos help a lot. Try to think about questions a new player will have. For example, which character should I level first? This is an interesting idea. I was talking to Nilrama, and he said that he thought an interesting guide would be like a breakdown of all the killer powers for somebody who's new, just to show somebody what all they can expect when they face each killer, what killer is going to bring to the table. I thought that was an interesting idea. So this is a contest here. If you want to show off your stuff and help the new players, it's there for you. I don't actually see a date of when submissions need to be in by, but it says here all entries will be reviewed by our community team by September 10th. So I would assume, you know, if you get your guide in by September the 9th, you'll be good. Anyway, this will give something to work on while you're waiting until Wednesday for that public test build to come out, right? So there's that. Like I said, let's try and be welcoming, hospitable hosts for all the new players who are going to be coming to the game. Be the change you want to see in the world. Let's be nice to the new players here. Community is what we make it. So one other bit of news I have for you is the apparent price point of this Stranger Things DLC. It looks like CNET sat down and got an interview with Dead by Daylight about the new chapter, and I'll show you that article here on the web. You can also play as Steve and Nancy, August 23rd, 2019. Oscar Gonzalez. So it says here, yada yada yada. Netflix tweeted Monday about its Stranger Things crossover with Dead by Daylight. Teaser trailer showed the monster from the series and a quick security video of Nancy and Steve screaming for help as they run away. The Stranger Things chapter will come to Dead by Daylight on PC and consoles in September. Developer Behavior Interactive says it will cost $11.99. So that's a little bit more than I thought it was going to, with the standard DLCs being $6.99 US, and I thought that this would maybe be as much as $9.99, but it looks like they've gone a little higher than that. Let's be real, this is a premium license with additional content. I think we saw the writing on the wall with the the Saw chapter cosmetics for the pig, that they were a little more expensive than the normal cosmetics. So perhaps this licensed DLC similarly is going to be a little bit higher than that. Do I know for sure if this $11.99 price is accurate? Of course I don't, but they normally don't say anything about pricing until marketing gives the go-ahead. So I have no reason to think that this information is incorrect. It probably will be $11.99. So, you know, as with all things business, it's what the market will bear, and plus the cost. Who knows if they had to pay more to get this license. We don't know what the inner workings of the deal are, but hey, is that extra couple of dollars going to hold anybody back? You're getting a third character. I'm going to be there for it, as I'm sure many of you are going to be as well. And while we're on the topic of cost, let's not forget this Humble Bundle deal here is on for 3 more days for those PC players. If you're somebody coming to the game for Stranger Things, you haven't bought the base game yet, you can get it for half price through Humble Bundle. This is the last time I'm going to talk about this. Only 3 days left. So let's just look at this again. The spooky horror sale right over here on the right hand side. You see Dead by Daylight 50% off, $9.99 instead of $20. And see here at the countdown, it's on for 3 more days for you to get this price. And it's not just the base game, all of the chapters are on sale too, except for Saw. I don't think that one's on here. Here we go. There's a Nightmare on Elm Street chapter with Freddy and Quentin Smith, Ash vs. Evil Dead, Curtain Call with the Clown and Kate Denson, Darkness Among Us with the Legion and Jeff Johansson, Demise of the Faithful with the Plague and Jane Romero, Headcase Cosmetic Pack, Leatherface is here, Flesh and Mud with the Hag and Ace Visconti, Shattered Bloodline with the Spirit and Adam Francis, Spark of Madness with the Doctor and Feng Min. Yes, it's Feng Min. If you don't believe it's Feng Min, type in Feng Min on Google Translate, translate it to Chinese, and have it read it to you, and you tell me what it says. It ain't Feng Min.
Feng Min.
And here we go. We got the 1980 Suitcase Pack, Bloodstained Sack Cosmetic Pack, and Michael Myers and Laurie Strode in the Halloween DLC. These are all on sale for 40% off of the DLCs, 30% off of the cosmetic packs, and 50% off of the base game. So it's quite a deal, on for another 3 days. This isn't the only sale you'll ever see. Usually the sale comes on like seasonally, but it's on now. You might as well take advantage of it. And as I said before, there is a charitable component to this. So when you buy these DLCs and base game, part of the money that you spend goes to charity. I have my partner link here, and I have attached the charity of my choice as the same charity that Dead by Daylight has for their link, the Brain and Behavior Research Foundation charity. So you guys have raised a lot of money for that charity already, which I was thoroughly impressed with. I hadn't even planned on doing a partner link. Honestly, I was just happy to provide the information to people on Twitter about this sale. And then I saw somebody else like monetized it with a link, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll do that. And I did it, and then I was like, oh, I can attach a charity to this. So I used Dead by Daylight's charity. And you know, I'm not really in this for the money, so I have decided that all the money that you guys raise for the charity through my partner link, I'm going to match it. So the charity is going to get double out of whatever you guys raise for saving money for yourselves. You're just going to save money for yourselves, and the charities benefit. So it's a win-win, guys. Buy these DLCs that you need. Unfortunately, this is for PC only. I wish that I could help out the people with console with something like this, but to my knowledge, it doesn't exist. So PC players, take advantage of this sale while you can. That's all I have for you guys today. Can't wait till next week. Everybody enjoy your Labor Day long weekend, and we'll see you in the fog next week for that PTB. Take care of one another. Bye-bye.
Feng Min. 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 Feng Min.